So, I did something a little risky in Osaka. There is this famous Pokémon Café that you've probably seen online. The reservations sell out instantly weeks in advance, and obviously I had none. On that day, I was actually heading to the Anipuff store in the Parco building to check out the Ojamajo Doremi section of the shop. I've actually filmed a video about this one, so I'll share it in a few weeks. If you want to see it, please subscribe to the channel. But anyways, I remember that in the building there was this Pokémon Café, and I thought, why not just have a look? I mean, obviously I have no reservation, there's no way I'm gonna get in, but let's have a look. So I made my way to the cafe, and it turns out that there's a special line for people without a reservation. But here's the twist, so you don't actually get in unless someone with a booking doesn't show up. Basically, I had no idea if I was going to get in or wait for nothing. So yeah, guess what? I showed up like right after a full wave of people had just gone in. Obviously, everybody showed up to their booking, so there was no free spot, which meant I had to wait for a really long time, over 2 hours, before the next session. With no guarantee, obviously, because otherwise it's not fun. But then the magic happened, and actually some spots freed up, so some people didn't show up to their reservation. Suddenly, I was in. So here's what it's like to experience the Pokémon Café in Osaka. Completely unplanned, but totally worth it. So after the waiter told me that I could get in, they showed me a board with the last order time and also the time that you actually have to leave from the cafe. I was quite like impressed by how, like tight they are on the timing. But you'll understand also why as I go through the videos. So because I was solo, I got a 2-person table to myself. There was a placemat on the table with a picture of a Pokemon that I actually can't even name, but it looked pretty cool. Obviously, I put it in my bag immediately because I didn't want to get it dirty or anything. The ordering is done on a tablet, so obviously in the menu you have a lot of different dish, Pokemon themed, and drinks as well. I really wanted to try a lot of them, and it took me a long time to actually make up my mind about what I was going to order. Finally I did, so here's what I ordered for food and drink at the Pokémon Café. So it was the end of the day and I was pretty hungry. So I decided to go for the Pikachu and Charmander Best Friends Forever curry plate, which was 2,420 yen. So in the curry plate you had hamburger steak, Pokeball shapes, chicken cutlet Charmander, and a curry sauce, obviously with rice. I was a bit skeptical about the chicken cutlet Charmander. Honestly, I didn't really even notice that it was chicken. Yeah, now let's talk about the actual taste of this. Honestly, it was fine. I wouldn't say mind-blowing. I wouldn't say gourmet. Not bad. Decent. Like, I ate everything that was on my plate, so that's enough to tell you that it wasn't terrible and it wasn't bad. It was pretty good, even. But obviously you go to these places not for the taste but for the kind of like the aesthetic. But honestly it was actually good. As I just said, like it was decent. So I would recommend taking that dish if you're hungry, if you want to try it out. And yeah, pretty good choice. Then what did I take for drinks? So the drink was actually the best part of the menu. So I went for the Pikachu Snapping Sparkling Ice Cream Lemon Float. It's quite a mouthful of a name, but it came about 1,540 yen. So inside you had some coconut jelly, tea jelly, mango ice cream, with like a Pikachu face. I think there was like some white chocolate, to make kind of like the ears and the tail, if I remember correctly. And honestly, it was really good. I really enjoyed like the mix of textures that you had in the drink. I thought it was really creative. It was sweet, but not crazy sweet like you can get, in Starbucks or whatever sometimes. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of all the like sweet Starbucks drinks because most of the time I find them overly sweet. In Japan though, like I feel like most places, they don't really go crazy on the sweet level. So yeah, this was really good. So with the drink, actually you get two things. So first, with that special Pikachu drink, you will get like a mini cardboard Pikachu display. There are different models, but basically they just give you like a random one. You can also get a coaster. So usually the staff will come and they'll make you like pick kind of like lottery style, I guess. Like you don't get to see what you're gonna get. And then you get like a random coaster, which is kind of like, yeah, I think it's plasticky material, so it seems to be quite durable. Personally, I'm not going to use it as a coaster at home. I'm just going to use it, for my collection. So yeah, really good drink. Honestly, the best part of the menu. So now let's talk about the atmosphere of the place. The decor is packed with lots of really cute details. It's Pokémon Café, you're going to have Pokémons. I really enjoyed the vibe. I also really enjoyed the fact that the tables were not really like too close to each other, because I guess my worry in these kind of places is that they want to get as many people as they can in a small area, right? So for me, I felt like we had enough breathing room, that it didn't feel cramped. I felt comfortable. Which, especially when you go to a place on your own, you don't want to be like close to two strangers and just like hear everything they're saying to each other. So for me, I felt comfortable. You can definitely go on your own. It's a really good experience. My favorite part of the decor was that there was a tiny table where 2 Pikachu plushies were kind of obviously not actually eating, but pretend eating the plastic version of the food that were on the menu. So I felt like this little detail was really cute. And now let's talk about the show. Yes, guys, because if you go to the Pokémon Café, you are going to have a little show, and that's honestly half of the experience, really. So right when people are finishing up their dessert, if they ordered any desserts, you have a massive Pikachu that just comes into the room. There's a whole like dance set. Obviously, everything is in Japanese, but clapping your hands and kind of like singing. Part of the singing is in English actually, so it's pretty universal and easy to do. Honestly, obviously you're an adult, like you might feel a bit weird doing this kind of thing, but I had a lot of fun. I just went for it. I was like, okay, like don't take yourself too seriously, just enjoy the moment. So totally worth it and really cute. Who doesn't like a massive Pikachu? So yes, that was such a cute experience. So now let's talk about the bill. So if you add the 10% tax that Japan had on everything, it came up to 4,356 yen. Obviously it's not cheap. If you compare it to like a random cafe, you're gonna pay much less then, but obviously you don't go there because it's just a random cafe. You go there because it's the Pokémon Café, and for me, like that's really worth it. Like the dish, the drinks are super creative, and the experience, the atmosphere, totally worth it for me. So next time I'm in Japan, I'll probably try to go again, and I highly recommend this place. Even if you don't get a reservation, because I know it's not easy. I tried myself before, and obviously no chance. So even if you don't have a booking, try to have a look. Maybe plan something else in the area just in case you can't get in, so that you're not too disappointed, right? But yeah, there are plan B, I would say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please tell me in the comments, or like the video, or subscribe if you want to see more of what I do. And thank you.